Hello Minecrafters, this is BBMain, and you're watching a Minecraft tutorial. This tutorial is going to look at T-flip-flop designs that are now possible with the new redstone block. These blocks were added in the latest snapshots. For this video, I'm using snapshot 13W02A. This design is a 5x2x1 compact T-flip-flop design that I originally saw in a video by Minecraft PG5. So I will provide a link to his original video in the notes. It's a good design. I really like it. I was inspired by it. It's compact. We can stack many of them horizontally together and they don't affect each other, which is great. As you can see, when we toggle the input, the output, which is the redstone lamp there, changes. We toggle it again, and now we're on. So that's great. The only thing I don't like about his design is, to me, there's quite a delay between the point where I click the switch and the output state is changed, and that's because of this redstone torch here. So I thought that perhaps I could improve on the design. So as you might have seen, here is, when I turn slightly there, here is my design. It's slightly bigger. I've removed the redstone torch, but I've put what I believe is called a monostable circuit here. The piston with the monostable circuit causes a really short pulse to be output. When the switch is fired, this redstone activates, which activates this piston. The block raises, and that limits the pulse that's passing through that block to 1 tick. And so the state changes really quickly. So here, if I can turn a little bit so you can see it, you can see that the on-off state is now toggled much quicker. And so I think that's improvement. It's only slightly larger. It's 7 blocks now, 2 blocks high and 1 block wide. And it is still as tileable or stackable in the horizontal direction. You just have to change this to a repeater so that when they're individually located next to each other, they don't toggle each other. And it's still, even with the 1 tick repeater, it's still just as fast. So here's the same design tiled. You can see right now they're all on now, and I can turn them off individually. All right, let's build it. So first we need to have our input. In this case, I will use a switch. Actually, maybe for the tutorial here, let's use a slightly different input. We'll use a wooden switch, so that has a shorter pulse. And we will put our same thing, a repeater, and here we need our, what I believe is called a monostable circuit. And so basically this is just a pulse shortener. When we activate this, the piston's going to go up, and briefly, this redstone is powered. It's 1 tick. It's actually pretty hard to see. I think you might, if you're really quick, you saw the redstone flicker there really fast. It's kind of hard to see. But it does work. It does go off for 1 tick, so it will activate this piston when we fire it. So there we go. So monostable circuit, there's our first piston with the redstone block. We have a second piston above it with a redstone block. And our output is at the location where, when the second block is extended, the redstone block will be bringing the power to our output. So we could put a redstone lamp here, or we could just as simple have redstone dust going to some other machine that we have available. Either way. So for now, just for demonstration purposes, we'll have the redstone lamp. We toggle it. There we go. And you see the state turns on and off to stack these horizontally, you simply extend out the design. It's really straightforward. Just follow the same pattern. Don't forget your pistons. There we go. You might see that I'm using the new chiseled block quartz blocks in the new snapshot as well. I think they're pretty cool. They kind of hard to tell them from iron from a distance, but close-ups I think you can see. They had a nice new texture look, so that's cool. All right, so there we go. We had some switches here, and now we can toggle each one individually. That's great. Now, if you wanted to stack these on top of each other, I did notice a problem, or a difficulty anyway. First of all, we can't just stack them right on top of each other, because this redstone block now is going to also be affecting the second piston on the machine below, so that's not going to work. If we go even one higher, so that there's an air gap, we still have a problem. For some reason, this piston here will affect the redstone, the piston below, which I'm not sure if it's a bug at this point, but it's definitely there. So I'm just going to demonstrate that real quick. Let's see if I've got this working okay. All right. Let's get that back so I can build it. Okay. All right, so there it is, stacked on top of the other. The state's off, the state's on. So that one's working, but the one below now, you'll notice that this piston doesn't move. I'm guessing the power is still powering this. Is still powering this air block for some reason. I technically think that's a bug, but for now it's an issue. So you would have to build this 2 blocks above if you wanted to stack them in this fashion. All right, there you go. That's my tutorial of the compact 7 by 2 by 1 T flip-flop based on the design by Minecraft PG5. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you have a chance to check out my other videos. Goodbye.